You're listening to the Soju Sessions, episode 53 on the Soju Talk Nation podcast feed. I'm your host, Crispy, also known as Crispy Wonton or simply just Anton. And on today's episode, Queendom 2, episode 5 with Reach. Yes, we're continuing on our weekly Queendom 2 recap on this very fun, light retreat at a resort unit assembly episode. A lot of character building, a lot of light-hearted, fun times, and just a lot of interesting combinations of different groups that we kind of explored and talked through. And yeah, just overall, just a pretty chill, mellow episode. So yeah, really looking forward to the stages next week, and the Street Woman Fighter, them kind of being mentors, the dance teams. So yeah, a lot to look forward to with Queendom. I love this show. I love recording these recaps and talking to Reach. So just all super amazing, good, great times. So yeah, hope you guys are all enjoying. Hope you guys have a great start to your week. And yeah, let's get into it. Coming up, my chat with Reach on the Soju Sessions. Joining Soju Sessions on this Queendom 2 episode 5 recap discussion this week. Returning to the show, the one and only Reach. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, thanks for having me back once again.
Of course. No, this is our thing. You know, this is how we wind down our Sundays, by reflecting and thinking back on the week that was on Queendom 2. And this week was a fun episode, a side quest, if you will. So it was the retreat at the resort where each group sent representatives for each unit. So we had vocal unit and dance unit. So not every single member got to participate. It was cool seeing the initial process pretty concisely cut together. I appreciated that very much. It only took about 15-20 minutes to get through all the groups before they got to the resort. And that's where the fun began. All right. What were your initial feelings for seeing the resort, the pool, the cabanas, and then seeing the different members kind of be distributed into their respective units?
First of all, very familiar site they use. If you watch a variety show from another group called ITZY, they use this place for that detective variety show.
You are correct. Holy cow.
So it's a popular spot. I think I've seen it before once. I've seen it a couple of times on several variety shows. And also, the members that they choose for dance and vocal, as expected to me. Like most of them make sense because except for Kepler, because I feel like there's a couple members that should be there also, but the rest are as expected. Yeah, how about you?
Nice. Let's run through who was sent to the retreat, the fun times. So for VVZ, vocal unit, it was Unha. Dance unit, it's Cindy and Umji. So all three of them participated. Brave Girls, we had vocal unit Minyoung, dance Unji. Shout out to her. This is her second time doing a dance unit for Queendom. She did sub in for Bomb in season 1 of Queendom. So she knows the experience. She knows what it's like to collaborate. So pretty cool for her to do that again. Luna sent half the squad. We have vocal unit Kim, Lip, Chu, Jinzel, and Hustle. How many?
A third of their. 2/3 of their.
2/3, right?
2/3 of their.
Oh,
yeah,
my
8
bad.
members.
8 members divided by 8 divided by 12. Yeah, 12 divided by 8. Yeah, all those things. Dance, we have Olivia Hay, Eve, Heejin, and Tori, Wujusonyo, vocal unit, Yeonjun, Subin, dance unit, Yorm, and Unsuwa. I have so much to say about her. We will get there. Kepler, we've got Unha, sorry, vocal unit,
Yo.
Youngun, and Chaehyun, and then dance unit, shouting, Hikaru and Dahyun, and then Hyorin will be participating in both. So let's flip it back to Kepler. You said you wanted to see other members potentially participate in this. I mean, you could have sent like half and half with what Luna did.
Yeah, that'd be too much though.
Who else did you have in mind to participate in either the vocal or the dance units?
Well, I wanted to see Yeso in that.
That's a good one.
Because she is there. She's like her expression queen in Kepler. You know, you've seen it in the round 2, and also in Planet 999. She would be a great addition. I thought that Eugene is going to be there. I don't know where, because I think they would send someone more experienced. So I thought they're going to send Eugene. Those are the two I thought that should be in there. Yeah.
That's a good call on Yeso. I hope I have this correct. I hope I'm not misremembering, but I think she's classically trained in dancing, or has been dancing since a young child, which was 10 years ago because she's 15. My brain sometimes cannot function that way. I know she's actually like 16, 17, but essentially 10 years ago when she was a wee child, she started dancing, which is wild. That's a good pick. Now I can't unsee it. Although the 3 that they did bring are probably the 3 heavy hitters of the dance unit overall. So great to see Hikaru really get a chance to be front and center on a show like this, because I think there was a lot of build up for her from Girls Planet that she was this do-it-all amazing rapper, dancer, performer. I don't think she ever got like the full push that she could have had. And then Wadada came out. Pretty good part for her, but again, like not as much as you would like, with like an edgy girl crush concept. And now she's getting like a ton of like opportunities on the show. So great for her.
Hikaru.
Yes.
Our favorite Hika-chan.
Hika-chan! God. You know, if it wasn't for Exy, just, you know, shouting that and making that just that much more emotionally connective for me, I probably would have just been like, oh, that's adorable. But, you know, it's Exy and Hikaru. Just, you know, just connecting. Let's talk a little bit more about kind of the compositions and how they were all set up. So I want to talk about some of the clowny moments. Sunbi she does so little, like actual, like what they edit, but it's so impactful. Like all she did was walk up with a clapper and just like so sarcastically clapping and just waving it around. How did you feel about her temperature shifting immediately when she and Umji walked into the room with Hyorin, and she just became 안녕하세요, just like, wow, okay, you are no longer comedy. What happened? I want it back.
No, that's like because Hyorin is like their like sunbae, you know, their big sunbae. So it's like culturally, so that's why she kind of become, you know, shoulders goes in, you know, body a little bit down, you know, like, hey, I can't act like this in front of my sunbae, especially Hyorin. But yeah, she does the minimalist thing, and then she's meme queen. I'm pretty sure Twitter is just gonna make a bunch of memes.
Yeah. It's all like just like
more Umji, please.
Umji, I have a problem because she is just so effortlessly just smiley and happy and pretty, and it's just like you're doing so little, and yet I can't stop looking at you. How do you feel about Umji's beauty, face, and all things that one would look at?
Yeah, she looks amazing. She glow up all in the right places. But, you know, I don't think her personality is not that like Eunbi and Shinbi. She's more like quiet, like just sit down and take everything in and just let her two members do all the talking. But
Yeah.
yeah, she could be great. I mean, we've seen like varieties in G Friend, but then that's on their own variety. They would pick on her, which is which is funny. But yeah, other than that, uh, VVZ, Shinbi, Umji. Do you like Umji as a dancer? Cause she was kind of thinking either she want to go to vocal or dance. I
Uh,
have no idea. I'm neutral. I think she could go both ways. So if even I guess they want to call her dancer, but I for me it can go both ways.
that one caught me by surprise. 'Cause I can't recall a moment where she was able to kind of flex her dancing abilities,
Yeah.
as a member of GFriend or just any time, like outside of it. Because Sunbi has a history of doing all those collaboration projects and stages with a number of
Hmm.
different dancers. So it stands to reason that she would 100% be thrown in with the dancers. Um, and I even think like Umji's vocals are pretty stand out as a member of VVZ. So
Hmm.
I would have thought she was gonna go into the vocals, but just a curious choice that she went into the dance unit with Shinbi. So
Yeah. She did choose herself because during the
yeah.
the pregame she did like, "What you want to go?" Like, "Oh, I guess." Well, we didn't see the discussion, but they surprised us at the end. She went to dancing, but
Yeah.
hey,
We're gonna jump around a little bit. So
yeah.
I know you kind of started with like the dance units. We're gonna pause that because we got a lot to talk about.
No.
And we'll just do the parallel side of things and talk about Unha and how she is the saddest main character I have ever seen. She is like this baby that's just like, I just want you to be my friend. My friends are leaving me. What first of all, how are your emotions with Anha? And two, does she have the best posture on the show?
Unha, Unha. If she was my friend, I would be annoyed. But because she's Anna and she's adorable. What can I say? Um, and the first scene she came in, she talks to herself so much. Like she's good at talking with herself, no problem. She decided to prank Kepler, and sadly she failed because they found her. Yeah.
she she's playing into the camera very well. But two, I also think a lot of that is just her own personality. It feels that way. Kind of like Shinbi
Yeah.
is like very much an exaggeration of who she is.
Hmm.
Anha is definitely playing into the exaggeration of who she is.
Yeah, I can imagine her talking to herself
Right?
a lot.
Like she doesn't
Yeah.
need cameras on to do that. That's just how her standard operating procedure is that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Anha, you are so sad. I feel for you. Um, let's go to kind of the vocal unit and kind of how they decided on their groups. Pretty interesting how it was all self selection. So you had the six teams in their little bungalow cabana,
Hmm.
nice little lounge room, and then they discussed the different songs that worked best for each of them. How did you feel about that kind of dynamic between so many people? And kind of what were your favorite moments of like fun interactions you had in that room?
I really like when Luna. I think they wanna team up with Eunha, right? And they were they were strategizing. Oh, she comes in here. Uh, you grab her legs, and I grab her legs and hug her arms so she can't leave. I thought that was funny, but in the end, they pair up. I think perfectly, in my opinion. Uh, Yeonjung, 우주소녀 and BVZ, Luna, X Kepler, and Minyoung and Hyolyn is low key crazy.
Yeah. Really funny how it was all selected, right? I think the going into your different rooms and then walking into one, seeing who is in there,
Mm-hmm.
and then saying, sure, I'll stay, or nah, I'll be right back was such a tragedy for Unha. Again, like I said, this is like her main character arc where she's just going through everything. First, it was, I think, like you said, it was Luna and Kepler pairing up pretty quickly. And then Unha was just waiting in room 2. Hoden came through and she said, oh, I'll be right back. Never returns. So
Yep.
sad. I'm sure she was waiting for there for like 20 minutes until Uji Sonya comes in. She's, oh my god, friends, be right back. Then they go and they have this discussion with Hyorin for her to choose between Minyoung and Uji Sonya. And then it's Uji Sonya. My question for you is, have you ever had a friend tell you something that you knew was a lie, but they were just trying to appease you so you didn't feel bad? And have you ever felt like Unha when Uju Sonya returned?
Is that what you get? Yeah. I feel like, oh no, that looks. That just make it so much sadder now that I think about it that way. she, but she did want to pair up with Uji Sonya, so
She did, but Uju Sonya came back
yeah.
and said, oh yeah, no, we rejected Hyorin. Totally. That's why we're here. That's why we came back.
Wink, wink.
Definitely playing up for the bit. It's so funny how it's edited because it almost looks like Unha has no idea, but she's just sad. And then it kind of looks like Uju Sonya is really trying hard to kind of lie through their teeth. Ultimately, I think that they have this conversation afterwards. It's just we don't see it, but it's just so funny how it's like, oh yes, I've seen this before. I've seen this movie. Oh man.
So why do you think that? Well, essentially, no one wants to pair with Eunbi, right? Unha. Why do you think that?
I think you always go for your top choice, right? And I think for Uju Sonyo and Minyoung, their top choice was Hyorin. And then for Hyorin, her top choice was Minyoung. So then it was just that little trifecta of, you know, will they, won't they? Who do you choose? And then whoever is left over, sadly, went to Unha. But it was a good pair.
Ouch.
Right? It's like leftovers, right? It was a good pair. What do you think about the group name that they came up with, Milky Way?
Ooh, it's Milky Way who embraced the universe. 우주를 품은 은하, yeah. And paired up with the song they chose, they really like the Uju play word. Uju Sonya, right? And then their group name is 우주를 품은 은하, and then the song they chose is 우주를 건너 by Baekhyun. And are we just talking about Eunbi and Uju Sonya? Unha? Jesus.
It's okay. There's a lot of them this episode.
I do like their song choices. Kepler and Luna, they had two song choices. They kind of like go back and forth, which is EXO Nabi Sonyo and Sonagi. Downpour. I don't know what the EXO English title is. What was it?
Don't Go.
Don't Go. Yeah. I like what they chose. I like they chose the EXO Don't Go. I think that's it has more room for harmonization because they have like 6 members, so they can go, I don't know, 6 level harmonization. Harmonization. That's gonna be a good stage if they can pull that off. Hyolin chose Bolsa to My Youth, which is one of my favorite songs from Bolsa. Hyorin and Minyoung their segment. I really like that segment. I think it's very important. like it sends a really good message when they talk about how Hyorin's called out Minyoung for being, not confident enough, and she kind of picturing that she would mess up even before she tried. And she's like, why would you say that? You haven't tried it yet. Let's give it a try. And she did well, right? Oh, yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, no, all good points. Going back to Sun and Moon, which is the Luna X Kepler group,
Oh yeah.
great, freaking great unit name. Their process was really interesting in that what they showed us, it seemed like the chemistry was built rather quickly, which is great. I think all the voices actually complemented each other pretty well from how they showed the practice scenes. Them choosing Downpour, just what are they doing to me? Just I have emotions, like I'm trying to feel happy, and now Yeonjung is there in the other room, and she has to hear you guys sing about the saddest moment in her life.
Yes.
Great. It did sound really good, so I was kind of curious. I was hoping, but I think EXO Don't Go, them doing a boy group song will help them stand out. So pretty cool flip there. Minyoung and Hyorin, both for To My Youth, great song. I went back and listened to the original. It's interesting hearing both four as two people instead of just Anjian. Because I've been listening to I've still been listening to the group / her over the past 2 years of her just solo stuff. I like it. I like her voice, much different than the old music. But then going back to hear like a youthful Bull 4 duo, it's like, whoa, interesting. I will say them two as vocalists, very powerful singers, great interaction. I think it's very relatable that Minyoung has these feelings of uncertainty because she's older, she's the same age as Hyorin, but her career path looks incredibly different. I think there is just a natural inner pressure you have for yourself, especially when you're the leader. You represent Brave Girls. They haven't been doing so well on the show, through no fault of their own, I will say, because I love their stages. They're just getting the ageism treatment. Rude. And then on top of that, them doing the reverse climb and kind of the up and down of their entire career, just for them to finally get the spotlight here. She herself wants to put her best foot forward with the group. So, I think that initial, I'm not good enough to be in the same room as you, then Hyorin really being responsive and said, hey, we're the same age. We're friends. I got you, girl. Very heartwarming. Very relatable. Like I felt that. It's like, yeah, there are times where I feel unsure of myself too, and sometimes you just need a friend.
So, I've seen. I rewatched that episode a couple times because it's just so powerful, and like as you said, Brave Girls. I think this could be the saving grace for them because it's a perfect. I think it's perfect song choice, and Hyorin and high notes, game over if she hits it. I'm pretty sure she can hit it. This all depends on how Minyoung gonna perform, and this gonna be the turning point for Brave Girls, in my opinion.
Yeah, no. I think that pairing should do well for the group as far as the votes and the patterns of the voting population right now, right? As far as the audience, the live audience, the virtual audience, and just overall how streams have gone. Because it does feel like Hyorin leaves a large impression on people when they see her live. So hopefully that bodes well for Brave Girls. On one note about the song choice, I listened to the song, great song, right? I think the one curiosity / question I have is that both four have very mellow, airy tones to their music, right? Whether that's in the instrumentation, the way they sing, and kind of the playful youth of their songs. It's going to be interesting that you have older people interpreting a song meant for like a younger person who also are like power vocalist. And then they even do it in the process, like, let's do that a key higher. It's like, they're going ham.
They're going for it.
They're going super hard. They're turning this from a coffee shop song to a Mariah Carey song. So I'm like, oh, okay, that's but it makes sense because it is going to be a competition show. So you do have to capture the audience. So I understand completely. It's just this is going to be definitely a different version than the original. So, yeah.
Yeah, and if you learn the lyrics, it's perfect for them because it's to my youth, so it's like a song kind of like reminiscing, looking backwards, right? Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, that's the poetry there. It's always beautiful, right?
Yeah, people are gonna cry. I bet you.
Whoever idol celebrities they bring in, it's just so many cutaways to them crying. I am expecting.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on now to the fun group because I feel like the energy in these units is just a big contrast. So you have the
dance groups,
the dance units. So how this challenge is set up is that they have 3 pre-produced songs and choreography for the 6 groups to choose from, 2 in each group. And how they get to choose is they get to see a snippet of the choreography of the songs. The 3 songs are titled Kaboom, Desire / I'm Greedy, or Crave. The Korean name is Tamina. And then we have Purr. 3 very different songs. I'll describe Kaboom as kind of a hip hop song with a lot of power.
Definitely hip hop.
Yeah, with a lot of power moves. Desire is a very modern dance, slow, wavy, flowy song. A lot of what's the word? Flexibility required and floor choreography. That was a big emphasis there. And then Purr is a trap ratchet twerk song. So similar to Kaboom, but this one is just like, I feel like there's going to be some high heels in this. That my brain's going to explode. The selection is from lowest rank to top. Get to choose the song first, but if you get kicked out of the group, then you have to choose a new song and no re-stealing, right?
Yeah.
So Luna went first, and they went with, I think it was Purr. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
They went with Purr. Kepler joined them, and then VBZ said, "Excuse me, go away." Great. And then Wuju Sonya came through, and then they joined Luna with Kaboom. I skipped this one, so I apologize. Unji from Brave Girls went to Desire right away. I don't think she wanted to, worry about like switching teams or anything, so she just went there with no problem. And Hyorin last chose Purr and kicked Luna out to go to.
No, she chose Kaboom.
I am so mixed up. She chose Kaboom and then kicked Luna out to go to Desire, where they resigned to a song that they didn't really like. We didn't get too much of the process yet. I think all of that's going to come in the next episode as they preview it for the stages. But I'll go through this detail first, and then I'll kind of go through my favorite elements of this. So the big reveal is that Street Woman Fighter mentors essentially are going to be there for each one of the songs. So we had Proud Mom's Monica for Desire, La Chica for Purr, and Holy Bang Hurts for Kaboom. Again, I didn't watch it, so I want your full experience. How do you feel about the Street Woman Fighters? They're mentoring these dancers.
Okay, first of all, it's Proud Mom, not Proud Mom.
I'm doing great. This is a Sunday for sure.
Yeah. So let's start with La Chica. La Chica, as you said, reflects their song perfectly. Twerky, fun, hip hop, ratchet. That's what they do. And we're gonna see which one we're gonna see. We're gonna see Kepler and BBG doing some ratchet stuff. Can't wait. Kaboom, Hyorin, and Yoram, and also all Starship Reunion. This is perfect for them, right?
Oh,
Hyorin, I'm not sure. Hyorin, I think would fit Per better because her solos are kind of like in that sultry. What's the word? Uh,
sensual, like very
sensual
alluring. Yeah.
genre. Yeah,
I don't
but
I don't remember the title of her most recent song, but it's the song where she's in the dance studio in high heels.
Dala.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah,
My brain. Imagine
that.
that on an Mnet show that is
No, that's banned.
yeah.
That's MV's banned.
Yeah, right? I think
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah,
yeah.
go on. Sorry, my brain.
But she gonna be some powerful hip hop with Kaboom. Kaboom is perfect for Yoram and Unso because that's yeah, perfect choice. Sadly, Tamina, Luna, and Unji. Uh, I don't know what to say about this. I think it's just, but Proudmon and Monica is one of the best teachers. Like if you watch Stream on Fighter, like she is super strict, and we saw this teaser. She gonna ate them up.
They were crying
uh,
at the end of the show. I saw the full preview this week.
they weren't crying. They were like, "Oh, it reminds me of my trainee days
When there's
with
some
that
tears,
strict."
weren't some like this little
Was
bit of
it?
this going on.
Uh, thought it was. I thought it was there. Just I thought they were, I thought it was like they're sweating. Like
That could actually be it too. Maybe I'm exaggerating. All right,
yeah,
seeing what I want to see.
but I don't know how this gonna turn out. But Luna is very versatile, so they can totally pull this up. And don't forget that Heejin mentioned that she learned belly dance, so yeah, she can totally pull off anything.
Yeah, no.
Um, we know Unji from the previous
She did the unit
Queendom.
with
Yeah,
Yua, the dance, the red unit with Michael Jackson
yeah,
and different.
yeah. Uh-huh.
She I think she's a pretty accomplished dancer. I don't know her entire history, but from what I've seen of like different clips and other covers she's done, she's very versatile and she can kind of cover
Mm,
any genre of dance. Dancing
I
for a long
see.
time in her life, so I think that is going to be less of a point and more of a focus on Luna being a little younger. I mean, not that young anymore, but
No.
they're not that young anymore, but they're short of stature. So it's like, oh, you're just children. You're like the same as Kepler. But it's like,
Yeah,
no, they've been around for like 6 years. It's like, okay.
yeah. Heejin and Eve gonna do fine. Olivia, I think, is also gonna do fine. Cherry is a powerful dancer. We got it. We got it in the bag. We just need to. Yeah, this is a tough one because I don't know. I can't imagine how they're gonna like. I'm trying to imagine how they're gonna perform in the stage, but this one is just a question mark. Uh, hope for the best. Hope for the best.
Yeah. Same. I feel very similarly. Who else did we get? We got DVZ
Yep.
and
Mm-hmm. Kepler
Kepler.
with Per.
That's an interesting pair.
It is.
VVC just wanted that song. I think Sinbi and Umji definitely wanted that song, and they didn't think too much about who they were going to be paired with.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah, you're right. That's a weird pairing.
yeah.
Not weird. It's just unusual. It's like very different. It's like day and night. You know.
Yeah. Well, so this is not to say that this is going to be the worst stage or be the least successful stage, but you know how in Girls Planet 999, every time that there was like a super like Avengers team assembled, where it was
Oh,
like Surichi and the other Diane and Xiao
Chai Bing.
Ting and Kai Bing, right? All these are like amazing dancers, and then their stages would just like lack in like performance.
Yeah.
Um, it could just be the case that you throw together a group of girls who are all good dancers but just don't have chemistry or don't build chemistry quick enough that you might not get the best out of the three stages from it. I don't know. Maybe
Wait.
it plays out well. Maybe they're all just talented enough. But yeah,
So
yeah. Go ahead.
so by that you think this is the Avenger team?
I wouldn't say that. But I will just say Shinbi is just so well accomplished at doing these collaboration stages. And Diane, we've seen it. She is just a supercomputer of being able to organize people.
Yeah.
But I think between the two of them, something special should happen.
It's
Like I'm
the
hoping.
challenge. The challenge is La Chica and their style. They got to go all in on the ratchetness.
Hikaru is a child. My brain, please protect her.
Because it's just you've seen people trying to be ratchet, and it's awkward if they don't go all in.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think Hikaru is also a good enough performer where she can play into it without being overly obscene. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think I think she can actually just do it. I'm just being dramatic, and it might just be fine. To be honest,
It's probably a lot less ratchet than we think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be ratchet at all.
Yeah, I think we're just like setting the stage
Yeah.
there for our brains.
It's just we're just taking in what La Chica is, but I think they understand that they have to choreo something appropriate for Mnet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Let's kind of go into the character of all these dancers. So we do have essentially the loud half of the challenge. Can I focus in on Unsuwa just a little bit? Oh my god, the first thing she does is she comes into the room screaming and yelling, and then Shinbi just like gives her the sidest of the eyest I've ever seen in my life. I'm just like, God, this is my friend. Why is she like this?
Thank God I'm not your member.
Right? It's like, I've known you my entire life. I'm so glad we don't have to work together. And then you have little Yorm. Just like, hi, I'm here. I'm really good at dancing. It warms my heart. I just love these Ujizonya girls. It's just like they're so fun. And then when they go in to choose their song, do you remember the Korean that she says? I have the English. She's just so loud, and she goes,
which one?
She goes, oh wow, I wrote it down and now it's gone. I think it's like, where are you? Is what she says. Yeah, she's like, where are you? When she can see like the other groups in all the different pods, and it's like,
oh, she's like, Odin.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh my god, you're so loud. What is happening? But I don't know. I just
That's them.
I just love it, the energy, and that goes right into the banquet. And they're all setting up, and the loudest voice of all of those girls the entire time is anime character herself, Dayang. Can we recap a little bit? So first, Brave Girls is putting up a banner, and Dayang jumps on the back of Yuna and goes, I got this. And Yuna goes, oh my god, you're heavy.
Speaking of Yuna, she looks amazing.
Yeah, right. You know, yeah, Yuna looks great. Yuna, had to pause for a second.
Pause.
Pause. And then they set up the banquet, so they have barbecue. You see it grilling, and then they cut to Hustle, your favorite Hustle. Sometimes I mess that up. Your favorite
Hustle, yeah, Hustle.
Saying, "I think I'm in love with Uji Sonyo," and then they do the edit to all of Dayang being the loudest mom ever. My question to you, oh god.
No, go ahead.
My question to you is, if you had someone in your life like Dayang giving you food, checking in on you, giving you a water bottle, but was so loud about it, would you be embarrassed or would you accept it even if it was someplace like McDonald's?
Whew. I would accept it. Because I do have it's not a friend of mine, but it's an acquaintance that I know. Almost similar, just a couple notch down. She would be loud like that especially when she asks for. She's the type of person when trying to call a waiter in the table. We normally we just wave your hand, try to get their attention, right? If they pass you, like, all right, we'll just get them when they return. But she would yell, "Hey, excuse me, over here, over here. I'm like, oh god. But hey, you know what? Loud people get things done faster, and that's what Dayang does, and we love her for it. And she's yeah. Can we talk about how Uji Sonyo just take care of the entire banquet? Freaking they order what the fruit truck for everybody.
Yeah, that's crazy. Shout
Oh
out to
man.
Exy and I think it's Solo.
Yeah,
That
XC and Sora, yeah.
yeah, that they I think it appears that they're organizing and they're getting the other members to get the fruits and desserts to everyone else. But
Yeah.
God, they're so cool. I want a Nuju Sonya in my life.
Wanna see them?
We're gonna circle back on that. put a pin in that. I like how Chu got out chewed. Is that a weird thing to say?
Nice.
Right? Because Chu is like, I mean, they did their best to show that she's kind of extra and just like, like devouring all this meat, and she's just weird and quirky and she's smiley. But then you have Dayoung over here walking around everywhere that and you can't help to like edit her into it, and it's just like Chu and Dayoung in the same room. This I'm so happy this exists. Thank you, someone who made this happen. Just
Mnet.
yeah. Who? Do we think?
Mnet did that.
Do we thank them for anything? Apparently, I guess we do here. Yeah,
Sometimes.
sometimes. Overall, a great banquet, a great fun, a number of fun character moments for specific members. I think they could have done a little bit more of a job to spread it out. But I think overall it was fun. And then they ended it with the evaluations for the vocal group.
Before that,
Oh, go ahead.
before that, there's a couple things that I noticed. I don't know if you did, but at the beginning of the banquet section of the show, you see Luna came out and they have pink training outfits on. And if you keep watching, and at the end of the teaser, that's exactly what they wear when they were training with Monica. So all this dancing episode was shot between the day and then the banquet scene. That's why I get from that.
Nice. Yeah, no, I think I get the timeline too, very similarly. So that tells me two things. One, that was a long day of shooting.
All day, yeah.
Shout out to the members for picking up all the new songs, whether they're singing it and dancing it, learning it in a day, essentially.
Intro,
practicing.
maybe just the intro.
Maybe the intro, yeah. I mean, like the mid evaluations, kind of like what they showed with the vocals. And then also, I had one more thing I was going to shout out, but I don't remember anymore. Oh well.
Oh no.
Oh well. Yeah, no, just really cool to have them, be so close, to be so tight and celebrate. Not going to talk too much about the evaluations because essentially they preview the song, and we will get the full stages next week, or at least half of them. Hopefully more than that, but
liking it so far.
Yeah, really, really good, right? Yeah, really fun, really cute. Good stories all around. And then
they said literally this is like the third time they sing it.
Yeah. It showed with Minyoung a little bit in the fact that she kind of stopped and like said like I can't hit the note yet. But at the same time, it's like, oh, you are definitely professionals because normal people cannot do this and just like go up on stage and sing like a song brand new with another person that they've just met.
Yeah.
That day. So, oh man, just incredible talents. The episode kind of moved very quickly because then by the end of this, you get the previews.
Yeah.
Which they showed the Street Woman Fighter stuff. They show some of the stages. So they've already shot the live show sometime last week. And then if you stay a little longer, you get bonus end credit scene, which is the baking scene with Kepler. What are your thoughts and feelings? I have very positive thoughts and feelings. But what do you think, Reach?
I watched that once. I don't remember it as much.
It wasn't big. It wasn't big, but it kind of showed what the other members were doing. and they were baking chocolate chip cookies. A nice little character ad. I think it's fine that it was at the end of the episode that a lot of people had tuned out on already. But if you stayed, it's a nice little extra, like addition to like your experience, because this entire episode is character building, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Any closing thoughts you have on this episode?
Oh yeah, they make cookies and Luna gave them slippers.
Yes. Oh, that was so cool. I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. Man. Yeah. A lot of just positive vibes in this episode. I'm totally not mad about it. I love it. Just give me more of these, but not at the expense of actual episodes. So please maintain the performance episodes as well. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Me too.
Yeah. Any closing thoughts, sir, on just the show in general and how you're feeling so far?
I already can't wait for the vocal performance. Especially, I really, really want to see Minyoung's and Hyun's performance, and how Luna and Eunji gonna perform Desire. So yeah, all the best.
Yeah, all good stuff. It feels like there's going to be a little bit more balance in the voting, like just by virtue of the fact that the groups are mixed. So, hopefully that means Brave Girls will not get eliminated.
Ooh,
there's
also a second part of this challenge, right? Because there's the dance vocal, and then there's like a third challenge that haven't been covered at all. They just mentioned it.
Yeah, they described it in the points, but I was not able to completely understand what it was.
Yeah, it's like if we scoot back to the beginning, dance and vocal is gonna worth 2,500 points each, and then it's the fan song, the fan pick song for the group to perform. That's going to cost. It's gonna be 15,000 points, which is a max of 20,000 points if they win all three.
That's right.
That was
yeah, you're right.
The fan pick song. So the fans would pick what song their group going to perform, and that list of songs was the teaser, or someone leaked it. Did you see that in the Queendom channel?
I did not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you don't see it, it's okay. Don't see it. But there.
No problem. Well, if you're listening and you're curious, scroll on the Queendom channel. They have a lot of stuff. Yeah. Collectively, that Queendom channel, great job of open sourcing all of the information that one would want to find in the show. So great job, everyone. No, that's it. This week's a light week. And I'm here for it. I'm happy for it. And I just appreciate that you're here to join on this ride, Reach.
Hey, I need someone to talk about it.
Yeah, of course, man. This is our thing. This is our weekly routine now. This is how we decompress and deconstruct this show. So for me, this adds so much to my enjoyment. So I'm more than happy to do these. Yeah,
100%.
All right. That's it for this week. We will catch you guys next week with the full episode with a bunch of dance stuff, I imagine, a bunch of performances, and then probably a cutaway to someone crying. That's how it works. All right. Thank you, everyone, for listening to the Soju Sessions on the Soju Talk Nation podcast feed. Subscribe on YouTube, follow on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever you listen to podcasts, and continue the conversation on the Soju Talk K-pop podcast Discord. For Reach, I'm Crispy, and this has been the Soju Sessions.